Hi, this is Patrick from Just Got Played. Normally, we're coming to you from the Cloak and Blaster in Orlando, Florida, and I have a co-host named Brian Fiore. Neither of them will be here with me tonight because I'm coming to you from the 9 Circles of Hell. That's right, we're playing Antichrist by Daniel Zayas. Join us
for Antichrist.
Alright, so in this game you play an occultist that's trying to bring about the end of the world and summon the Antichrist. How do you do that, you ask? I'm sure all the kids out there want to know how to summon the Antichrist. Well, you collect artifacts, and you need a certain series of artifacts, not necessarily just any ones. In the beginning of the game, you're going to be dealt 4 cards. Each player will be dealt 4 cards. Then, the offering itself in the center of the table will also be 4 cards, and those are dealt face up. Each player will bid and then simultaneously reveal their card in order to try to get the cards that are in play. Now, how do you do that, you ask? Well, I just played Amulet of Greed. So if I played Amulet of Greed and flipped it over, I would get all the cards with the same domain and all of the cards that are the same type of artifact. So in my offering, I have Demon of Greed, Dagger of Smemel. I'm not really up to speed on my demon names. And there is an Amulet of Jealousy as well. So I would get to take both those cards into my hand, and then my bid goes into the offering. Now that only works if you're the player that has the highest numbered alphabet. So for example, I play a G. If a player played a card that was from the domain of K, they would get to go first, and they would get the cards in the offering, placing theirs in it. So the offering changes as each player plays their section of the round. That'll really mess you up sometimes. It is simultaneous reveal, so I don't necessarily know what you're going for every single time, but you can learn it fairly quickly. The game ends when the deck runs out from replenishing the offering, and the player with the highest value in their hand is the winner. It has a little bit like poker aspect to it in that way. You want to collect like all 4 of the Antichrist cards, or 5 matching artifacts like 5 daggers, or 5 matching domain cards, or a card of every different domain. And there's a lot of variability in the game. There's a ton of different domains. So it really keeps the game moving and fresh. It's not going to be stale like you would think a poker game would be that's only got 4 suits and then a number of different cards. Now there's 52 cards in the deck, and it's a fairly simple basic game, but the depth of strategy for this game is phenomenal. In fact, that's going to be the thing that I pick that I like the most. It's the depth of strategy in the game. The thing I'm probably going to like the least is the fact that I'm summoning the Antichrist. A lot of people are going to have a hard time getting their head around that, but once you do, the game is incredible, and it is really immersive. You really are trying to get that set of daggers, and oh, I really would like to have this set of illness cards. It actually has incredible depth and flavor to it, and it doesn't feel like a poker game in the end. It really feels like it's immersive because of Daniel's work with, you know, all the different names of gods, and he included 7 sins and a whole bunch of other really interesting aspects of the game. So I highly recommend that you pick up a copy. I believe the Kickstarter is starting right away, and it also has a print and play option. So if you want to check that out, I highly recommend Antichrist. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. I highly recommend the Antichrist. Kids, stay away from the Antichrist. Don't look in the box.
What kind of production is this?